A very warm welcome to you, sweet cheeks. It's nice to see the Bitcoin monthly candle cranking up green. We do have a bit of a problem though. The monthly candles for Ethereum, you're going home to $400, Ethereum. That's as Ben Copen says. Now look, ETH BTC friends, I can't tell you how much pain this is, but I mean, I can tell you, right? Can tell you, friends. 10 red candles. Right now, this is 10 red candles. We only had one green, and that was literally Trump winning. My gosh. So, bottom's probably in, but I mean, I've been calling the bottom every month for like 10 months. So who the hell cares, right? So it doesn't matter at this point. It's nice to see at least Bitcoin holding this structure, which has been wonderful. Okay, I've been giving you lots of updates with that. Gold goes parabolic. Recession's coming somewhere, some uncertainty. We might save the monthly SuperTrend with Ethereum. It just has to finish above 1760 for the month. Remember, this is one of the CME gaps. Do you want to know something interesting? I wanted to show you as well, friends. You know, in Bitcoin's third curse was its last cycle. It had its third cycle curse. See how it did this chart pattern where it comes down, goes up, and it has like this structure break. Okay, see how it does this structure break and then just goes back up only? Okay, well, if you look at Ethereum did something similar, friends. This looks like the Bitcoin chart that I just showed you, where it goes up, comes down, and then this is pretty much when Bitcoin was like 3 or 4K. It goes up here, and then this is the zombie virus crash. So just showing you, like, it's strange, right? Third cycles, man, sometimes they do have these like spooky type of letdowns and like vomit out periods. Hopefully we do finish it green, then we continue up. We got a long way to go, man. A long way to go. Everyone's like, the cycle's almost over. Look, man, to get people in, there's actually a formula from the charts. You need 5 green months in a row. That's emphatically correct from the past. 5 green months in a row. If you don't get 5 green months in a row, you don't get enough weak hands out there from the world to pretty much, I guess, put the market in such a high price valuation that they now have to pay for their sins for 3 or 4 years. All right. If you look at Ethereum, friends, look what it did here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That was May 2021. Look at that. Bang. It was all over. 7 green months. That was Ethereum last cycle in the second cycle. Remember, look at a Bitcoin as well. Bitcoin right now. These are months, by the way. And they're months and they must be in a row. We've only had, look at this, one right now. So like, even if you think it's over, friends, what I believe, let's say it really is over, it would have to go. Where will the 6th month take us? It would be up only from here to October, which is kind of funny. That's actually when the 4-year cycle is meant to finish. But that's assuming there's no even like red month in September, which is usually it's actually going to be the blood moon. So it's something to think about, okay? And I've just shown you as well, like, here's the thing, friends. The only time to get worried in markets, it's not when you get these red candles, man, because like you only have strong people with you. It sucks because you're going down, but that's not the time to get worried. The time to get worried is when you have repetitive green monthly candles and it's like after number 3. Now you have 4, 5, 6. Sometimes I showed you Ethereum stopped at 7. Bitcoin stopped at 7 last year. It did number 7. And then look what we paid for a 9-month sin. Remember, look what happened last year. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then the 7th one. I remember this was painful, right? It literally went nowhere for like 214 days. My gosh. I mean, like, I think I made 1,000 videos during that time. Yeah. So over 214 days, I did like 4 or 5 videos a day. Yeah, it was over 1,000 videos. I literally made 1,000 videos and we went nowhere. I believe. You got to believe. How does a man wearing a Pikachu hat, tweaking his own nipples on the internet, do 1,000 videos when the range goes nowhere? It's because I believe. That's why. Now, you also heard from earlier news in the day, friends. President Trump is going to meet with President Xi, China's president, in May, which is cool to see. Wonderful. I wanted to show you this as well, friends. So shout out to my friend Eva. Hey team, what is the progress with PulseChain launch on Kraken? Hey Eva, no update we can share just yet, but keep an eye on our listings. You never know what might pop up next. So I'm wondering, right, are they just giving us blue balls? We have strippers for that. So it is something that I just want to throw your way that, hey, at least like they responded, but you know, we can't really do much out here. We just want to see You want to see better times, friend. It's the dopamine hit. I've been waiting so long. The dopamine hit. Richard Hart defeats SEC. It's like officially confirmed now. But we're still down from the SEC attack. It's still down 65%. Interpol's up here. We're still down 55%. So, yeah, man. So the Pulse ETH ratios, Pulse BTC ratios are down. That's the game, man. You have slingshot leverage. That's very unfortunate on the way down. Hopefully we get the way up soon. I wanted to show you this cool information, friends. Well, do you remember when talking about PDAI? There's the ATROPA to PDAI ratio. It's this chart. Remember, it peaked up as much as 100. It's back down to 36 now. I believe it's going to go down back to like 10 or under 15 because what Catty did, she like forced the ratio up. She dumped PDAI and forced it into ATROPA. That wasn't the market has decided. That was one hand deciding, and the market naturally had its price ratio from before at around here, 5, a ratio of 5. Now it's up at 36. So you might be able to take advantage of that, but you can do what you want, friends. Don't blame me if it goes up from here. I'll just tell you, like, I took advantage of some premium pricing on the ratios. Now, here's the thing. How does this ratio come back down to, like, below 15? How does that happen? Well, you know, because it's a spread, multiple things can happen. One can go up, one can go down. So PDAI can go up, ATROPA can go down. That's one way. Or they both go down, or they both go up. That's interesting. So if they both go down, it's more like, okay, PDAI goes down 2%, ATROPA drops 70%. That's possible. Another way that the ratio can go up, remember I said, is they both go up. Where, say, PDAI goes up 9x, ATROPA goes up 3. Okay, so I'm just going to draw some squiggly lines action just to show you. So it could be where if ATROPA, so this is PDAI, right? If PDAI went up 800%, oh, that's a big move. If it went up 800% up here, there you go. It went back to about 1 cent. That's like a 9x. But ATROPA here does a 3x from today. Okay, I can actually, let's say while I'm here, friends, I'll get you the ATROPA chart. Right here. So ATROPA, what's ATROPA at 3.6 cents? So ATROPA would go up there you go. It would go up a 3x, which is, here you go. It'd go back to 10 cents. That would be another way that ratio comes together. Now, you don't know how they're going to move. You don't. That's why you look at the ratios, because they increase the probability that you're actually going to be correct. You know that? When you're doing spreads, you have higher you have higher win rates than normal outright legs. And they're safer. The thing is, though, with spreads, you don't get the explosive upside forever momentum. They're more compressed with spreads. Like, we used to trade bond yield spreads or equity spreads because they're all correlated off each other. Yeah, that's what you're trading one leg off the other. You don't have to trade this, but it's just something to be mindful of. I'm just telling you that's what I did. So one of the ones I did was I told you, like, PWBTC, the People's Bitcoin, which was, this is the USD price. It's $230. If I check out the PWBTC to PDAI ratio, look at that, man. It hit 1.9 million. So it's sitting at around 230,000. Now, this thing is going to take a while, but I do think over time, it will eventually come back here. Don't know how, don't know why. It could be PDAI like rips hard up and this can't catch up to it. But yeah, just helping you look at things from a different perspective. Because once you look at ratios, you get an idea, friends. So because ATROPA PDAI went up so much, ATROPA strong, PDAI is weak because the line's up. That's how I knew, oh, wow, every single spread is showing PDAI is weak, PDAI is weak. But yeah, if you don't believe and you just think it's all a scam, then you're never going to think anything's cheap anyway, right? I've got to remind everybody out here to keep sending postcards. This is me, Richard Hart, in our top hats. Dear SEC, Richard Hart here. I won, you lost. Stock up on nipple band-aids. Love, Richard. So there is an influencer, friends. They've blocked the PulseChain community recently, but they've only done so. I'm just here to tell you, mate. Okay, this influencer, she may or may not be a girl. You may not know her name. Look, man, it's all fugazi. It's because of the price. That's it. It's not, don't let them think, oh, it's because they're mean to me. Oh, they say nice things. No, it's not. It's the price, man. It's the price, friends. All right, by the way, you want to know how I'm telling the truth? Does she go and block Bitcoin people? No. Why? Because Bitcoin's up. That's why. Yeah, but Bitcoin people call her literally a shitcoin scammer. They want to put her in jail. They want to put Vitalik in jail. Like, hey, do you block them? Does she block them? No. No. You see, oh, because it's Bitcoin. Bitcoin's for everyone. Bitcoin's for everyone. No, it's a price, friends. It's a price. It's always a price, man. It's literally always a price. Because the price is a poop now, It's garbage. Look at the monthly candle. We had one nice reversal. Yeah, pretty much the price just ain't high enough to make it capitulate. Maybe if PLS was like a 2 or 3x sack price, things will come together. We'll see. Shout out to my friend, Mr. Jim Rate Crypto as well. The boomers will chill when the price goes back up and they got mad overhead. Mr. Kryptonite, I don't care what she does. Just someone caught up in their own self-importance. Here is Mr. Sir the Pulse Knight. It's about the PWBTC price pump. Yes, the real Bitcoin. Wonderful comments from everyone out here in the community. Hex community is the strongest cult in crypto. Don't forget that, friends. You're going to learn this the easy way or the hard way. Now, remember, friends, I showed you earlier as well, posts from 2022. Just Eric, like full-on bearish euphoria. He's like, it's happening, guys. It's happening. Everyone in PulseChain's going to get arrested. PulseChain wasn't actually launched yet. Is when he was basically saying, yes, I just can't wait to see all of you fail. All of you. Man, it's just a wild time to just sit through that and just see it. Guys, it's happening. Man, why, like, just, it breaks my heart a bit. Like, are you really that type of person? Oh, that person's getting arrested finally. Finally. Oh, so self-absorbed, bro. So self-absorbed. Just like, go live your own life or something. But I know, got a bone to pick. Got a bone to pick, friends. It's part of the domino effect, right? Eric's only that way. Why? Because Eric suffered tremendously as Hex from Ethereum went up. Yeah, he suffered tremendously. Okay, it was a huge run up there. Let me just show you the chart. Yeah, so Eric suffered, and now he's basically never ever forgotten what everyone was doing to him during this year. They did the coffin dance and everything out here. So that's why when it came back down, when we got to here, when you got to December, that's what the linear chart looked like. He was like, yes, the subpoena, the SEC, yes. So, you know, it is what it is, man. There are consequences for everything, right? You know? Yeah, when you have a whole horde of people wishing for someone's death and like doing that, then yeah, he's going to keep that in his mind. But ultimately, friends, at the end of the day, like, these things come and go. And don't forget, it's not like the PulseChain community themselves are perfect. I mean, I've got a perfect example here. Do you remember when eHEX dropped a year ago? Look at these comments, friends. This is Richard Hart. Those who yelled at me for pointing out that HEX is better than eHEX should say sorry. The real question is, why weren't you saying it yourself? Report the imposters with the scam voting, etc. So remember what actually happened was Richard, he did the eHEX FUD, right? Now, what I didn't know was shakeout. I don't know, but what everybody thought would happen was right here. Everybody thought that now that eHEX is dead, pHEX is going to 10 cents and everything's cool. Actually, instead what happened was these people sold the bottom of eHEX to buy pHEX here, and then their pHEX dropped 87%. It's actually still down 75%. Ouch. Right? So, like, total HEX is down 99% as well. So you can see the pain that's happened. But during the time, it's painful now, but back then I was copping it. So, like, even have these comments here. Look at this. Get him, Richard. I was, but you know, people are deaf, dumb, and blind. So you have Silver to answer. Remember, friends, like, it's just these comments out here, right? By the way, we saw capitulation from this dude as well. We saw, obviously, there's mental verbal capitulation stuff out here, right? We've seen Silver, he was in 0x ulti, and then that had the bug. Everyone lost all their money, and then he had to go away, right? And then he just, like, took a break or stuff out here. We have Corey Spaghetti Meatballs. I knew pHEX was better than eHEX. I made a few videos trying to make the case for both. I inferred that Hex community was evolving from one token to multi-token. It would be advantageous to let people decide what they want anyway. Right, then you have Tobi. Fair enough. Now, better question. Maybe get people to stop yelling and see the big picture. Can you acknowledge that there were valid reasons for people to continue to buy eHEX despite... So that's Tobi balanced. So we love you, Tobi, and your mustache. Fair enough. It's Tobi saying, hey, can you just acknowledge that... But basically, Tobi's saying, friends, let me spill it for you. Friends, I had dozens of people who were telling me they were like, first cycle Hex, they just got their auntie in, their cousin in, and now they're scared because Richard killed one of the coins in their eyes, and they didn't know that they had to have him on Twitter notifications 24/7 to see whether he liked it or not. So it was just, that's how it happened, right? You also have this other dude, They should say sorry to the rest of us who said the same thing before you did. Instead, they double, triple, quadruple down. Do you know that date? May 13th, 2024, brother. You want to see where it was? You'll see what it looks like. Interesting. What's this date, my friends? What's this date? Sorry, March 13th, 2024. Have a look. Literally, the moment that they were gloating with Richard saying, yes, I love you, Richard. Yes, yes, Richard, please. Yes, daddy, I love you. The moment they were gloating, they should have been buying because it literally went up 916% against Pulse. If you traded 100 million Pulse for eHEX there, you would have been able to get $1 billion back. Wow. Interesting, yeah. Now, of course, friends, this is just market cycles, but like, see when all the crowd grips together? They all say one thing. It's very interesting, right? They did the same thing with the PDAI, by the way. They're saying it's over, it's over, it's over, guys. It's so over. It's so over. What if this does this, bro? What if this does this? What if it does that? Let me just show you, dude. If this thing gets back to 2 cents, all right, if this thing literally gets back to 2 cents. Now, this was just Caddy destroying it for no reason. They literally made obituaries here, okay? They literally made obituaries here. If it got back to 2 cents, if you bought on the obituary, bro, you're up 75x. Oh my God. 75x from the obituary? Whoa. That would be really embarrassing if that actually happened for them. That'd be crazy. So everyone does that, friends. It's a crowd. It's not about picking out a person to do this or not, okay? So you have to separate yourself from this, all right? It's not about that, okay? Just understand where you are, and I'm just trying to help you, right? Think. Before you declare something dead, think, is there a case for why it might be alive? Think about it. Doesn't necessarily mean it's true, but like, hey, when something's dead, it means the price is low. Is there a reason for you to buy? Is there any reason? Look, okay, what about if something's heaps up? Is there any reason for you to click out? Think about it. Is there euphoria? Right now, it's tough. I know it's not easy, but just think about it, right? Think about this. If you're not thinking about it, you'll always be the deer in the headlights. But no matter what happens, you and I are friends forever. Like, subscribe, catch you soon.